guys were over on the field, and I said, what are they doing? And the pastor said, oh, they're playing cricket. Well, I've never seen anybody play cricket, and quite frankly, they looked like they was crazy to me. So I was just trying to figure out, why is he putting the ball on that little thing? And it just looked crazy. But my ignorance about cricket led me to not understand what was going on. And all of us have an area of our life. Nobody knows everything, which means there are some things you are ignorant concerning. That's why you have to be very careful that you don't knock stuff until you get all the facts. Don't go knocking something until you at least understand what you're dealing with. Amen. I'm ignorant concerning golf. Now, Deacon Al, he's a golf pro. My husband, Elder Keith, I know they're going to be out there tomorrow. I don't know what a birdie is. I don't know what a par. I'm not interested. I don't know. I'm not even interested. So I am ignorant concerning golf. Now, while my ignorance concerning golf may not hurt me, there's some other areas you can be ignorant about that will hurt you. You can be in a home that's getting ready to be foreclosed on, and there's help available, and your ignorance will cause you to lose a house that they could have helped you to stay in. Are you hearing me? And so ignorance, watch this, ignorance is not necessarily a negative thing, but when people, watch this, there are people ignorant concerning what to do when a hurricane comes, who will be prepared the next time. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6 says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. What we don't know about ourselves, watch this, can hurt us. This is why we need to pass down stories in families. Not just the good ones, but the struggles as well. We need to be candid and open with our children and grandchildren. We need to know that Great Aunt Dolores was funny. We need to know that kind of stuff. Why? Because when that trait, because it usually skips generation, when that thing starts showing up in another generation, we need to be able to minister to them and say, this runs in our family. Oh, it's quiet up in here. The silence of the lambs. We need to keep it real with them because it tears up their self-esteem when they feel like they're odd and awkward and something wrong with them. Ain't nothing wrong with you. It's the bloodline. It's the family. Some of our family members are messed up with drugs. Hear me, and you need to know that. Why? You need to know that you have an inclination to go that route so that you steer clear of it. Oh, I'm trying to help somebody. Some of us have families that are prideful. Some of us are under pressure even now to live up to the family image. We're wonderful. How are you? Wonderful, excellent, perfect, fine. And some of us are under pressure to live up to a family image that ain't even real. Full of pride. Is that the neighbors? Shut the door. Be quiet. Don't let anybody know. Oh my God, they're going to tow our car away. Let's hide it around the corner. No one can know we're in debt. Please. Look at your neighbor and say, that's too much pressure. So when a family pretends to be wonderful and perfect, what we do is a disadvantage to those coming behind us because they will be hit off guard and blindsided. You need to let those behind you know things like in our family, people are short on patience. In our family, marriages usually don't last. In our family, strife and unforgiveness runs rampant. In our family, people are just crazy. Somebody say, in our family. Ignorance can leave openings in our defenses that are devastating. And we end up with questions, like I said earlier, where did that come from? Why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? How do I stop this cycle? I thought when I got saved, this would end. But that door has to be shut. Tell your neighbor, the door has to be shut. This is why I don't understand, my opinion, not the Bible. I don't understand any saved person that's bored. Because I know with my personal walk with God, now I've been saved since I was 15. Amen. I ain't no spring chicken now. Clairol is helping me tremendously. But I know that every time the Lord and I finish dealing with one area of my life, he can always find another one. I don't care how anointed he might use me in a service. When I get home, there's still some flesh that he's trying to pat down. Sometimes it's right frustrating. I asked the Lord one day, I said, how can you use me so powerfully one minute and I be so crazy the next? I asked my husband that too. Doesn't it baffle you that God can love you like he does and use you like he does, but you really know yourself, and when you look at those areas that aren't quite lovely yet, you say, God, I don't know how you love me, but I'm glad. Thank you for a second chance. Thank you for not giving up on me, because I got some doors and they're not lovely. Behind door number 1, bitterness. Behind door number 2, strife. Behind door number 3, confusion. We have those doors. And then lastly, our experiences. This might be the area that messes us up the most. Because as we journey through this thing called life, there are some situations that we encounter that don't leave us the same after we've gone through them. Things that we have encountered, like divorce. How many of you know divorce can leave a door open? All the divorce people ought to be shouting at me at least. Divorce can leave a door open. Rape can leave a door open. Molestation can leave a door. A trauma can leave a door open. A crisis can leave a door open. Unresolved issues. Come on here. Rejection can leave a door open. Somebody didn't love you right as a child. You go your whole life trying to find somebody that'll fill that spot. God said, I'm the only one that can fill it. But when you keep trying to find people to make you feel valuable, you'll soon find that they just don't exist, because the only person that can make you feel valuable is you. That's why they call it self-esteem. It can't come from somewhere else. It has to come from the inside of you. And unless you shut that door, you'll go your whole life taking whatever people give you. You'll say, if I could just get a piece of man, I'll take a bit. Well, a piece of man ain't nothing but a piece. You need a whole man. You need a responsible man. You need a godly man. But when that door of rejection is left open, you'll take anybody that'll give you some attention. Why? Because they make you feel better just temporarily. Good to see you. You live in Mississippi now? Yeah, good to see you. When those doors are left open, it makes you vulnerable. That's why some of you right now, you can't even say no to people who are leeches, because you just need to be loved so badly. Because nobody loved you, probably anybody that act like they like you, even if they just using you, it's all right with you, because that door is still open. You got hurt at one church, you look at all of us like we're crazy. And I'm here to tell you, every occupation on the planet has good ones and bad ones. There are good dentists and there are bad dentists. There are good attorneys and there are bad attorneys. There are good preachers and there are bad. Don't put all of us in one box. Don't shut your heart off to a good pastor. Give me a chance. I'm not your last pastor. Somebody say doors, doors, doors. Doors, doors, doors. That's how you can be saved and love God with all of your heart, but still be experiencing defeat and calamity and drama. And you'll say, why do all this? I don't understand. Why is all of this? I don't get it. Well, Ephesians 4:27 says, give no place to the devil. It's because Jesus was the only one that said he has nothing in me, but you, my dear, have some spots and some places. Some of you are so bitter and unforgiving about some of the things that have happened in your life that every time you try to go to a new level in God, Satan says, oh, don't worry about her. Man, I got the door. Let me tell you something. Let her try to go to the next level. All I got to do is latch on.